Good morning. I am literally sitting on my stairs without any trousers on. Because I had this inspiration that I needed to talk to you right this second. And so I'm going to do that even though I'm on my way out to go pick up B-Boy and then wait with him while we wait for Freya and then bring them both home and chill out for the rest of the day. Like I haven't chilled a lot today. But anyway, my in-laws left yesterday, as I told you. And I'm buoyant from the fact that it was a really successful trip and that they feel honoured and loved and that we do too, and that everybody's gone away with a really positive feeling. It's very exhausting for me because I've been supporting the whole family and keeping them up and keeping them moving and all that stuff. But I had good support. I mean, I had good support in the respect of, you know, lots of love from my family, able to talk to my parents, for instance, and also an amazing maid that comes in and cleans my house. So all the energy gets moved out and we get to move on, and I really appreciate that. So, you know, I'm just sat here on the stairs because this morning, with their visit, they brought wind from home, right? Back from the Netherlands. And I haven't lived the Dutch life for nearly 10 years now, I was reminded. Oh, we had worked it out. Yeah, it's been almost 2000. Next year it'll be 10 years that we've lived outside of Europe, and 10 years since we left the Netherlands, and then it's been 20 years since I left the UK. So I pretty much have been out more than I've been in now, essentially, and in the Middle East, or out of the UK. So. But what did it bring with it? I went back to living the Dutch life for a couple of days, which was quite funny. And you don't forget these things, but you have to remember that what you remember is 10 years old, right? So everybody looks the same, but if I went back, life would be really, really, really different. But what it brought with it was a sense of authenticity and truth, and how, now I'm not, it inspired me, right? So I'm not saying that they're not authentic and they're not truthful, but what it brought with them was all of the media that the Dutch have put on top of them. And I know when I speak to my family in the UK, there's a whole lot of media that is busy with their brain, with their mentality, and then the US, and you see in Canada and over here as well. And I know that I see on Facebook all these like really angry waves come past me. This morning I saw this thing about the Starbucks red cup and people are getting all head up about it. I jokingly responded to something my brother put up about if he sees a Christmas tree, then something like an angel's gonna tell is gonna say a baby reindeer's died. And at the moment I thought it was really funny, and now afterwards I'm thinking, oh, hang on a minute, that's one of those trends that keeps on flying past my nose on Facebook. Can you tell I'm really happy about my blue nails? I would show you my pink nails, but I haven't got any trousers on, so I'm not going to do that. But what I've noticed is that there's a lot of intense emotion that gets pulled up by these movements, and I saw it with my mother-in-law. She got really passionate about some subjects she was talking about, and some of it I had no idea what she was talking about, if I'm really honest, hand on heart, no idea. And like that thing with my brother, I didn't really know what he was talking about, but then I've noticed that it was a big deal where they are, but it was just kind of funny for me. And then this thing in the States or in Canada about this red cup from Starbucks, that they're all getting really passionate about it. And what it makes me think is that there's that stuff going on here, and that we're really manipulated to think in a certain way. And I think that we have to take that back, that we have to start realizing. And I think when you're an expat, as a lot of you are removed from your home country, and you do get to see things from the outside looking in. You know, you get to see it through the looking glass, I guess. And you get to see that some of it is a little bit bogus, and you're being manipulated. Your emotions are being manipulated, and I don't like being manipulated. I like truth, and I like to be able to make my own decisions, and I don't like people to make me feel things, because I find feelings quite intense as it is, and so I'd rather save those for the people I love, right? from my family and friends. I'd rather I get feelings from them, not just over some cup or whether or not somebody else decides to put up their Christmas tree. And so I just found it a point that I wanted to talk to you about today is that be careful and mindful of what goes on around you and how the world is trying to influence you and your emotions. Because if people and the media and the masses start to influence your emotions, then they're going to start changing your path, and then then you're going to end up reacting towards it, which means that you're going to start storing things up in your body which actually doesn't belong to you. And I think we have to take responsibility for that. We have to consciously only take on board what belongs to us, because our lives are too precious to waste pushing down or pushing away emotions that don't belong to us or things that don't belong to us. Of course, get passionate about what happens with other people, because as one of my darling connections on Facebook says, as Christians, we are directly told, love thy neighbor. Of course, care about what happens to people around you. But don't let somebody manipulate your emotions by trying to put like these big flashes of emotive material in your face. I find that really wrong. And so I would just say, take control and be responsible for your own emotions, because it will affect your health. It really affects people's health, and it can cause people to get depressed or to get really angry, and then they act out, and then they waste their energy on acting out or it can be a call to action. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it could mean that you can go out and start, some people, they start collecting for refugees and they start taking them stuff. And I think that's a great thing, but you have to be mindful about the fact that somebody is trying to manipulate you. And I've got I'm walking a fine line there as well, but I'm trying to say that my message is as authentic as possible. I mean, I'm walking down the stairs and I get this inspiration and I want to talk to you about it. I'm not trying to manipulate you into doing anything. At least I hope it doesn't come across that way. But I'm just saying, be mindful of what the mass media is trying to pump into our brains, because man, it can really ruin your day. And if it ruins your day, it really messes up your health, right? So that's my point for today. It's just what I got out for the last few days. Anyway, much love.